So I would like to welcome everyone to the first signing day ceremony of the first chapter of FAME in North Carolina, the North Carolina First in Flight chapter. My name is Dennis Dio Parker. My personal safety commitment is to always confirm zero energy, both at work and home. Now, that's not a usual part of a ceremony like this, but it has everything to do with the AMT program. I won't explain here, but we're bringing you guys into it right off the bat, too. I work for Toyota Motor North America. I'm here supporting our plant build in the Triad area, and I am supporting FAME. I'll let Beth introduce herself.
And I'm the co-host, Beth Batanzo. I serve here at Guilford Technical Community College as the Senior Vice President for Instruction. Have been working with the companies in this wonderful new affiliation that we have to get all of this off the ground. So we welcome all of you today. It's a really exciting day for us as well. And with that, I'm going to turn it back over to Dennis.
So just a couple of quick words about FAME, North Carolina FAME, and what it is. I know many of you know, many of you may not know the full story. We're not going to go very deeply at all. Very basically, it is a career pathway program that literally has planned, engaged activities in the pre-K-12 system, a really intense global best, and we mean that, it's not a marketing term, we've designed it to be that way, 2-year education and development program, followed by several post-secondary after the associate degree programs the students can continue to follow. We believe, as do many national level educators and workforce leaders, it's the best program in the U.S., best program in the world. And with that being said, we would like to present to you the historic first group of AMT students ever in North Carolina.
I'm gonna live forever. I'm gonna learn how to fly. I feel it coming together. People will see me and cry. I'm gonna make it to heaven. Light up the sky like a flame. I'm gonna live forever. Baby, remember my name. I'm gonna live forever. I'm gonna learn how to fly. I feel it coming together. People will see me and cry. I'm gonna make it to heaven. Light up the sky like a flame. I'm gonna live forever. Baby,
Now
remember
it's time for
my
pictures. Got it? Okay. Front row, I'm going to have you take your seats from this end, back row from the end over there. And I hope we've counted this the right way.
Perfect.
No musical chairs, we're good.
So to start our program this afternoon, I'd like to introduce Dr. Anthony Clark, who is the president of Guilford Technical Community College. He's been here, we were just discussing this, almost 4 years, and he previously did have a responsibility in the manufacturing industry and worked in that. So I know this program is very special to him that we are starting here at GTCC. So welcome, Dr. Anthony Clark.
Well, good afternoon and welcome to Guilford Technical Community College. My name is Dr. Tony Clark and I'm proud to serve as the 8th president of Guilford Technical Community College. I'd like to take a moment just to welcome everyone. A few groups are, of course, our employer partners, particularly Hillary Walser. Where's Hillary? There. From Joe Watt Corporation, the president of the FAME First in Flight chapter. I do also want to recognize our GTCC faculty and staff who have worked very hard to get us to this point. Whether student services, instruction, marketing, a lot of work has gone into partnering with FAME to get us to this point and to fill that row, which was perfect. So that's really good. Also want to thank our partners at Guilford County Schools, the CTE leadership team there. Also want to recognize, I saw Brent Christensen, Chamber in the back there. Appreciate the partnership there. I do remember, I think it was 2 years ago, 3 years ago, Brent invited Dr. Patanzo and I to come to the Grandover to present about GTCC and how we support employers to a battery manufacturer from Japan. And actually, I don't even think he said battery, just a manufacturer from Japan. So we did it, not knowing who it was, and then we did it again, not knowing who it was. And then later on, we learned out it was a Toyota battery. So we were very excited about that. Also want to recognize, a college is only as good as its board of trustees. I'm hired by the board of trustees. They provide the strategic direction for the college. They have provided great support for FAME. They've allocated money for us to build our FAME lab, which will be a terrific lab for these students here. And I want to recognize Dr. Trina Bowling, our board chairperson, for coming also. Also want to thank Mr. Don Stewart, Vice President of Manufacturing at Toyota Battery, North Carolina, and Mr. Gardner Carrick, the Vice President of the Manufacturing Institute, for being here also. If you're joining us today, I'm sure you're aware that GTCC has a long history of making amazing happen in our community. The college opened its doors in 1958 with 42 students. Today, we are the fourth largest community college in North Carolina, serving around 27,000 students annually from 6 campuses and our small business center. We have a long history of being an important connection point for individuals in our community. We meet students where they are and help them reach their educational and career goals. We promote workforce expansion and development in the triad, providing skilled workers for many industries. Tens of thousands of GTCC graduates living and working in Guilford County keep our community running. In fall of 2022, Toyota announced they would be opening an electric vehicle battery plant in the triad. Along with that announcement came the opportunity to introduce the Federation of Advanced Manufacturing Education, or FAME, to North Carolina. Through purposeful student recruitment, GTCC and FAME are able to train the best and brightest advanced manufacturing technicians who are recognizing here today. These students will be able to earn while they learn and will complete the program with the opportunity to begin their careers in well-paying jobs with excellent growth potential. We appreciate each and every one of you for being here today, and we look forward to continuing to work together to make amazing happen. And congratulations once again to the inaugural class, the FAME class of 2025. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Clark. I would now like to introduce Gardner Carrick. Gardner is Vice President of the Manufacturing Institute. The Manufacturing Institute is the workforce arm of the National Association of Manufacturers. It is the largest trade group in the U.S. of any kind. They work closely together. The Manufacturing Institute leads various kinds of workforce initiatives, and including FAME. So Toyota started this program. It became highly successful, started spreading across the nation. We partnered with MI to have them take leadership so they could scale the program. Gardner has, I'm forgetting now, I think 25, 30 years in the workforce field. He's a national level leader. He is exceedingly well known across the nation by manufacturers, by others. The Institute has basically the ear of Congress and the White House. They're very powerful, very influential players for us, and the FAME program ultimately comes up to Gardner. So Gardner.
Thank you, Dennis. You're too kind. Again, Gardner Carrick, my personal safety commitment is to always confirm local safety procedures when entering a manufacturing facility because, as Dennis said, I work in an office building in Washington, D.C. So I need to look to you all to keep me safe when I visit manufacturers. Dr. Clark, Dr. Patanzo, thank you very much. This is fantastic. It's quite a day. So Dennis hinted at this, but what is FAME? Right? FAME is a college program. We're at Guilford Technical Community College. Hopefully 2 years from today, roughly, you all will be college graduates with an associate degree. What else is it? It's a career pathway, right? We are building those connections both down to the elementary and secondary schools within the community, and also have articulation programs up through the universities to be able to support your continuing education. It's also an apprenticeship. We don't typically use that word, but in North Carolina, apprenticeship is a pretty widely respected pathway. They've done a better job of promoting apprenticeship than almost any state in the country, and we're proud to be a part of the apprenticeship system here in North Carolina. It's also, for those of you in the public sector or in education, a sector partnership. That's a term that's been thrown around. It's what funding is being directed towards from Washington, D.C., and it really is a group of companies that work together in partnership with a college and other community-based organizations to support workforce development. But all those things are really just kind of a means to an end, and Dennis hinted at this. FAME is really about how we can create global best technicians for U.S. manufacturing. That is the goal. That's why we're here. That's why I'm here. That's why I agreed to take on this program from Dennis. That's why the manufacturers that are supporting you all are here today, because they are looking for global best technicians. And we take that word very, very seriously. Manufacturing in the U.S. today is really all about technology. Right? Over the last 25 years, many of the unskilled positions left this country. And what we're left with is a significant technological and technology-driven manufacturing sector where the men and women that are supporting this industry need a robust skill set and need to be able to compete on a global scale. So how do we do that? We do that with the best people. We can have all the robots, all the automation in the world, but if we don't have men and women to operate it, to maintain it, and to fix it, and to program it, then we're not going to be competitive. And you all are the ones that are going to be doing that. So as a national organization, I hear about the skills gap and the challenge to finding good people every single day. And I know that the future of manufacturing in the U.S. is really dependent on building programs that lead to a highly qualified workforce and indeed a global best workforce. So we're here to celebrate. I think there's 16 of you here today and a few more that couldn't make it today. We're here to celebrate your joining the FAME family. We're here to celebrate North Carolina as a state joining, Guilford Tech joining, and the new manufacturers that are sponsoring you all joining. It's really, really an exciting day for me. You're now part of a national movement. We have 40 other locations. We've got almost 500 companies participating in this. And you're going to be one of probably 1,200 students starting next year in the FAME program. So that's an honor, and it is a growing program, but it's one that you should really be proud to participate in. I got to warn you though, being global best is not just a term that we can put on you. It's not easy being global best, right? You're joining an elite program, and we are going to be expecting a lot of you, and we're going to be hoping for a lot out of you. But every single person in this room is invested in your success. Every single one. They're going to be here, and they're going to be helping you through each and every day. So look to them, let them help you, and let them make you become global best entry-level maintenance technicians for U.S. manufacturing. So congratulations, thank you, and let's get on with the show.
Thank you so much for your words this afternoon. So I have the privilege of introducing our next speaker, who is the Vice President of Manufacturing Operations for the Toyota Battery Manufacturing Facility in North Carolina. He serves as the plant operations lead. He has been with Toyota for a very long time, since 1997. And prior to landing in North Carolina, he served as Vice President of Production Engineering for the Powertrain Division in the West Virginia plant that Toyota has. The other significant item that I think is worth mentioning is this individual was very instrumental in starting the second chapter of FAME in West Virginia. And you heard Mr. Carrick just say there's 40, so that was a little bit ago, but he was very instrumental in that. He brought it to us and asked us to consider it. And so with that, I will cede the floor to Mr. Don Stewart from Toyota.
Thank you so much for that. My safety commitment is to create a safe work site through the coaching and promotion of 4S and 3 pillars. And as mentioned, that's not just a slogan, it's a thing that we do to take very seriously the safety of our own employees and also you as the students coming into our program. And also to let basically the parents know that it's our responsibility and we take that responsibility very seriously. And we commit to you that we will take care of your children. I know you don't like to think of yourselves as children, but for your parents, you still are. So like, and as mentioned, you heard a little bit about my background. So yes, a little over 25 years with Toyota. Helped start up the West Virginia plant. Pretty much kind of like we're at the same phase we are right now with the North Carolina plant. And at that time, my new son was 8 months old. I am happy to say that as of about a little over 2 weeks ago, my son graduated from the AMT program at the West Virginia plant. And as a week ago Monday was his first day on the job. Sunday night was his first night shift, so that's another. So he's breaking that in. And I share that with you both to just let you know that I'm not just here representing a company and just talking to you and saying, hey, the words that I need to say in order to get you to do this, right? I want you to know how much I believe in the program. As mentioned, we at West Virginia plant, we were the second plant to launch that, right behind this gentleman over here who launched the first one. And I couldn't have launched the second one without him after lots of discussions that we had, even before he launched the first one. And now to be here at North Carolina, being able to launch that as well is just very important to us. And it's not just from the standpoint of historical, and that's all great, but the reality is we need you to be successful at our plant at TBM&C. We need folks like you, and we need the next class, and the next class, and the next class, and we need that for years to come for us to be able to continue to be successful, such that someday also at North Carolina, we can also have second generation members working in the plant, and it means a lot to us. So the AMT program was designed to be the global best, as you just heard, and I believe it to be that. But we're not going to stop there. We're going to continue to make it better and better and better, and we'll learn lessons out of this class, and we'll learn lessons out of this school and out of this state that we'll continue to make Kaizen and make improvements throughout the program everywhere. We believe it's the best in technology, but honestly, everybody does some of that, right? And probably everybody says they do that as well, right? Lots of school systems out there. GTCC, we think, is a great school system. But there's other good school systems out there across the states. But we also focus on lean, and not everyone does that. We also focus on professional behaviors, and that's a slightly different take on things, right? And it's everything from how we interact with each other on the teamwork to how we act from the organization and how we act from just the workplace and everything that goes with that. There's so many things to that. And we believe it to be an unparalleled co-op structure. In today's world, we hear about things such as, student loan forgiveness. This is your student loan forgiveness right here today, right? And while we believe it to be the best, it also has an amazing future and will continue to grow. So just some stats for you. So basically, FAME graduates have an immediate placement rate of over 90%. Average first year salary of over $60,000. And that's not bad no matter how you slice it, all right? As you work and as you grow and as the business is there, especially during a battery plant startup, there is a little bit of overtime, right? We've got a lot of work to do, right? Very quickly, members can average over $100,000 a year doing this. So it's not just a second tier job. This is a primary job. This is a primary responsibility that we all depend on, and it's so important to us. You heard some of the stats as far as where all we're located, and we're everywhere, but we are very happy to be located right here in North Carolina. Thank you.
Okay. Now I know why I got 2 first pages. That's what. And so our next activity basically is we're now going to have our signing ceremony. So as you're aware, this emulates the older practice of athletes would get signing ceremonies. It was a big deal. Coaches would come. They would have a stage. That's awesome. Nobody wants to take away from that, right? But why is it not just as incredible of an event when someone makes very mature, sound decisions for their education, their career, and their life? We believe that is an awesome event, and that's what we're going to do today. We're going to celebrate the students. We're going to have a signing ceremony with their employers as they launch the program. We're going to call the students up by company. So employer representatives also listen up here. So when we call you up, the student will come and take the seat on the right. The signing representative for the company will take the seat on the left. If there are additional company representatives, just stand behind the two at the table. After the students have signed, then look up. The two at the table, please shake hands, congratulatory handshake, right? You're going to get a picture. We're going to get a picture of that, right? With that. And then I would like the company representative to take the hat, give it to the student representative who will put this on your head. That's your symbol that you have signed, you've started this program. And I would like everyone to come and stand in front of our board here. We're going to get one more shot, or the photographer may get 2 or 3. You know how that works, right? And then the student will take the seat. Company representatives, when your last student has signed, then you'll take a seat also and we'll move to the next one. And so with that, you know, I can't find it on my page, but I know the first company is Joe Watt on that. And so, Hillary, were you going to leave that one off, or am I? Or?
Well, you forgot a big part of our ceremony.
What did I forget?
The whole reason why we call it First in Flight.
Oh, explain to them. Good job.
So, if everybody has wondered why we chose First in Flight as our chapter name, does anybody realize what year the Wright brothers flew their plane? It was in 1903. So this year, December 1903, will be 120 years of progressive, innovative thinking in North Carolina. So how apropos that our inaugural class is So that is our historic lesson to our students today, that not only are you following in the steps of great innovators and progressive thinkers, that you guys are going to continue to improve and make this state even greater by having a better life in this community and contributing to this community over many years to come. So at that is Miss Abby Hayes.
While we're doing that, I realize now I did. I was supposed to introduce Hillary, and I forgot to. And I'm not going to let her get away without her introduction. She's HR director at Joe Watt. She is the president of our chapter, and she has done an incredible job. We have talked about her outside her presence on how good she's been doing. So that's the post-production. All yours, please.
All right. So everyone, this is Martin Lambert. He is Vice President of Manufacturing for Joe Watt. This is Miss Abby Hayes, who is also our AMT, and we are very proud to have her. So if you guys will do the official signing, and then everybody snap lots of pictures because we want them for later.
Abby, bring your hat to your
I don't want to take yours. So now we would like to welcome to the stage Lael Burton, who will be signing on behalf of Master Brand. And we have 2 apprentices. The first one that I'd like to invite to the stage is Jacob Dills. And then we can do the second person, who is Isaac Alvarado. Oh.
They're taking individual pictures, so they have their own individual thing later. It's their individual celebration too. Okay.
You just want me to do
And
it?
AMTs, be sure when you at the table put your hat on, right? And we'll wear it to the end of the ceremony. So our next company will be Procter & Gamble. We have Whitney Jones here as the signing representative, and for the student we have Josue Escalante.
Initial signing this.
Whitney, you give the hat to Josue, and Josue, you put it on. There we go.
So the next company is West Rock. So I'd like to invite Cammie Lewis, who's representing West Rock, to the podium if she's here. There she is. Thank you very much. And the apprentice is Kenneth Hunter.
Okay. And the last company that we have is going to take us a minute. And so we have our Toyota AMT's Don Stewart will be our signing executive. So Don, you got your work cut out for you, buddy. I have done. No, here, I'll get the hats for you. Don't worry. I'll get the hats. Yeah. Okay, so our first student will be Muhammad Abukas. Our next Toyota student is Owen Brown. Which one was defective? I'm going to make the assumption that Toyota did not make this defective pen. Okay, our next student, Noel Carmack. So we have a student who could not be with us today. We were very excited about choosing him. Unfortunately, he had an accident that prevents a physical injury that prevents him being with us today. But Portia, I believe you're in the audience somewhere. Is that right? Would you stand up, please? Or both of you, here we go. Jameer's parents representing him here today. Thank you very much for coming. We appreciate it. And we look forward to when we can get the hat. Thank you. Our next student, Devontae Cuthbertson. Our next student, Elizabeth Hornfeck. Saul James. Corey Martin. Braylee Matthews. David Sanders. Alice Schultz. Caleb Watley. Hey, Don, he said, Caleb, you stay up. Don, thank you. So we had a couple of other students who also could not join us today because they are serving the nation in the military. And so Jacob Parks, we would have loved to have had him here. He's serving. And Shakti Martinez is also serving. So we want them recognized also. But I would also like to particularly note any of our veterans that serve the nation, of whom Caleb is also a veteran. So for all three of those, who else in here is a veteran? Hold up your hand. Let's see who you are. For everyone. Okay, and then this is my safety check because we're not perfect. Students, did I miss anyone? Everybody got your signing, right? Okay. We are going to close out. In doing that, what we're going to do, everybody hat on. Let's take one more minute. Assemble at the front. We'll get a few more pictures with your hat now. Just the same way you did before, front line, back line. So let's come right to the front. Okay, everybody get in place. You'll hold your certificates like this, right? Somewhat standard. And you'll look at the audience. And I present to you the 2023 North Carolina Fame First in Flight Chapter Official AMTs. And as I said, nobody's perfect, and I forgot the group photo for Toyota. So other AMTs, if you would take a seat for just a minute. All the Toyota AMTs, and Don, if you would just gather in front of the thing here. We'll finish that up, and we will send everyone on their way.
No, I'll release them after that. And there's cake. So again, we thank everybody for being here today to witness our first inaugural class of AMT students. We're really proud of all of you. You had to work hard to get here. It hasn't been said, but all of these students, had to go through an application process. They had to go through an interview, which I can guess might have been a little unnerving for some of them, but they persisted and went through that interview, and they were selected by the industry partners, in terms of participation in this program. So they need to be recognized for going through all of that. That's a remarkable effort just in and of its own. So give them a round of applause. So to the AMT students, I want to say we're here for you at Guilford Tech. We're going to be here to support you through your educational journey, as will your industry partners. We just want you to know that we're really proud of you. There's a lot of people in the room right now that are going to be teaching you, and they're here to witness, you receiving this, are participating in the signing ceremony, but they're also going to be there to teach you English. They're going to be there to teach you all kinds of electrical and hydraulic and all kinds of interesting topics, and they're really dedicated to your success as well. So we look forward to working with you over the next 2 years. And because we want to celebrate your success, we have this giant cake out in the lobby. So we encourage everybody to go out and have a piece of cake and a drink of water and talk and enjoy. And congratulations again on behalf of Guilford Tech.